As a Vikings and a Raiders fan, I have been putting off this video for probably longer than I should have. But obviously things with Sam Darnold, the Minnesota Vikings, have been looking really, really good. Looks like Sam Darnold has hopefully revived his career with the Vikings. I'm knocking on wood because of what we've seen as Vikings fans and Raiders fans for that matter. But the Raiders, I don't want to say crap the bed when it came to getting the quarterback position ready for the 2024 season, but they didn't do well. Let's put it that way. I mean, it was Gardner Minshew, it was Aiden O'Connell. At the end of the day, it really does come down to the fact that this team is going to have to find a way to find their franchise quarterback. Whether that's trading up into the top 10, maybe that is, going after Sam Darnold in free agency, even though I don't think, especially from recent reports, the Vikings aren't just going to let Sam Darnold walk, which I think is smart. However, if the reports are true, and they want to keep Sam Darnold around, is there a world where the Vikings would be willing to get rid or at least part ways with J.J. McCarthy? I think it's possible, especially with the fact that the Raiders winning against the Jaguars, that popped him down to number 6 overall in the draft. And, I mean, if they win against the Saints this week, I mean, who knows at this point? Maybe it'll get even worse. They'll get down to 10 and 12. But it's not like this quarterback class is amazing. I mean, yes, Cam Ward at the top. A lot of people love him and think he's going to do some special things in the NFL. I do as well. But Shedeur Sanders is definitely in that category as well. But you also have Jalen Milroe, who I think is mostly regarded as right now a second-round pick. But so was J.J. McCarthy last year when the Vikings picked him. And I think that could be something where Jalen Milroe probably does find himself in the first round this year. Maybe even the same thing with Dylan Gabriel, even though I doubt it. But, I mean, you got Carson Beck and Quinn Ewers. Maybe what happens. Let's see what happens with, the college football playoffs this year. But one thing is for certain. This quarterback class is not what last year's was. And I know that there's a lot of people. I mean, obviously it's only been 1 year, and you don't want to count the chickens before they're hatched and everything. But I would venture to say that J.J. McCarthy, especially with the fact that he's about to turn 22 in January, plenty of time to really get him in an offense where, I mean, if the Raiders make this right and they offer the Vikings what could actually be accepted and also not hurt their franchise, I think it could make him some sense. I think you're going to have to at least give up a 1 and a 2. But at the same time, J.J. McCarthy, the flashes that he's shown in the preseason, the flashes that he's shown in college, a national championship winner. If you're Mark Davis, are you going to tell me you don't want a guy that has won a college football national championship, that has been a number 1 recruit, that has been a 5-star recruit, that has been in one of the best programs in college football and held up to the pressure time and time again, only lost a couple of games as a starter in college football, and maybe even bring his, whether it's Wes Phillips or, doesn't matter, bring on an OC from the Vikings that has worked with him? Maybe it could make some sense. And again, like I said, I think this would be more aligned if the Raiders didn't necessarily want to give away the barn, including multiple first-round picks. Like, they're going to have to give up if they want to get back up and get Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders. Maybe even trade away a good player. I don't know. Brock Bowers would suck, but I don't think they would do that, clearly. But they're probably going to have give up somebody good. Maybe even Max Crosby. I don't know. That's how wide open this thing is still. But you're going to tell me that the Raiders wouldn't be interested in bringing a guy in J.J. McCarthy where he's had a year to sit behind Sam Darnold and the Vikings. He's had a year to really soak in what this defenses will look like. And yes, they have put a lot of the Vikings have put a lot of stake into him with those virtual reality goggles or whatever. But J.J. McCarthy is intriguing. He's got a great arm. He can read the defense very well. He's athletic, and he's shown, especially in the preseason and his time at Michigan, that he can make all the throws. He's got an absolute rocket for an arm, and who knows? Maybe this would be a really good route for the Raiders, and obviously this is just speculation at this point, but could be something to watch out for. But at the end of the day, let us know what you guys think. Should the Las Vegas Raiders trade for J.J. McCarthy away from the Minnesota Vikings? Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe down below, and we'll see you on the next video.